shit at home. You put it on, you see the TV. You see your president's a piece of crap, so it goes from there. You know, it filters right down. I'll give you an example. Since your brother got indicted, I must have got, I don't know exaggerate, I'd say 500 letters concerned. I didn't get one from the family, you know, saying good, bad, or indifferent about it. Not one from the family.
I mailed you one last week.
But I got from strangers. I got from a woman in Parsippany, New Jersey. She wrote a letter. She says, I follow you, you closely. She says everything about you. And John Jr. told me, Papa. She says, and the reason why these people put John into this indictment is to get their name in the paper. This indictment couldn't get in the paper, couldn't get on the back page of the paper without Gotti on it, the name Gotti on it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is strangers notice that. Strangers know that. Instead of talking like morons, instead of having happies around them and Marcos and Juniors and Vinnies and the rest of these Medestico, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, you got relatives. Most of your relatives are jealous. They're jealous of each other. They don't even want to see each other do good. You know when they like each other? Huh? You know when Mary likes Jane? When she hears that Jane has got cancer. Ah, poor my cousin Jane has got cancer. She's got 2 weeks to live. The nicest girl. What does she have about? Nobody, she have about nobody, you know what I mean? While she was alive, her hair was a little long. She had her hair like a tramp. You know? That's your family, you know. I took garbage Gotti blood contaminated with the Giorgio blood. I really took good care of it, you know what I mean? There's a good chance that you might go to school and become a lawyer, John. I hope so.
No, Daddy, he is going to become a lawyer.
No, I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be a basketball player.
You ain't going to be a basketball player.
Don't get smart out today, because I'm in no mood for it, okay?
Baseball player.
You ain't gonna be a baseball player or a basketball player.
Of course I am.
Let me tell you something.
He's being smart today. There's something in him today.
Let me tell you something about that.
You told me what I wanted to do.
Let me tell you something.
I never said I wanted to do it.
Let me tell you something about basketball players and baseball players. To be good basketball player or baseball player, first of all, you got to be a good liar, a good low life, and an imbecile.
Take a lot of drugs.
You got to take steroids. You must take steroids. And anybody that takes steroids is a garbage pail.
Why then I'll be a cook?
I don't care if you don't be nothing. You think you're being selfish with me or spiteful with me? You get an ass kicking from me. I ain't your father or my children. For me,
He's being smart out.
No, for me, you get an ass kicking. You get an ass kicking. You never want it. You'll never forget the ass kicking you get from me. You understand? I got too many friends right now. I don't need you for a friend. I got 1 million friends right now. I got 1 million people who, if they could come here to see me now, they would cry just to be able to be here to see me. So you ain't doing me no favor coming to see me or talking sass to me. You save that for your father. You save that sass for me. I'll put my foot up your ass. You hear me? Don't you look at me. I'm serious than cancer, boy. The truth of the matter is with you guys, you're spoiled goddamn rotten. There's people that don't even have a goddamn good mail wouldn't give the answers you gave just me. You can look as sad as you want to look. Now get that phone to your uncle and get the hell out of here. You left handed shit with me. That shit comes from your fucking mother, not from me. Anyway, I've done like that in my life. Don't be a cook. You gotta come something before you can become a cook.
I use by his plus shoes.
Yeah, he's doing it to me.
I don't care what he's doing.
He's doing it to me. This is what
I don't care. He used to make eggplant rollatine. Well, this kid didn't know what it was. He was explaining to me. He says, Tina used to make fry the eggplant up, put a slice of mozzarella in between it with the herbs and stuff, fold it over, put a toothpick in it, and then cover it with sauce and put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. I told him, eggplant rollatine. He said, well, I ain't been in it. I don't know. He said, I know. He says, Jerry and Joe Pine used to eat it. He used to eat 6 or 7 at a time. For Joe Plank, he said, you know, I could tell you. He was here. My fucking. Now, when they told your son, your father or your uncles or your grandfather's a gangster, I mean, what a man he is. Your mother dreams of going to bed with him every night. You punk, you weasel. I wouldn't go back and tell him. They used to call me names in school. I went back and told your mother. We dusted them off. Broke their heads. Let me finish. Let me finish. Now you go and you see the mother or the teacher. Am I correct?
I called the mother.
You called the mother. The mother started off polite, you said, and then she got indignant and nasty. You should have went there and told them, but listen, do you want me to tell my father? You want him to handle it his way? She would have shit herself. Do you want to wake up in the morning and don't see your son no more? Is that what you desire? Do you want us to cut his tongue out of his mouth? You don't have to tell him. You make your husband somebody tell him.
He knew about it. Didn't do anything.
The woman would have been like this, and the kid would have been like that. You see, instead you went and rat. You went and you said if they used the N-word, don't compare the two. Being John Gotti's grandson is an honor.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, I know, but I know how.
She said to me, "Oh, come on, you're making much too much of this." And I said, "Am I?"
No, you should have said, "Listen, I'm doing this for your benefit, not for mine. My kids, I don't have to. To me, it's a joke. I'm so honored. But, you know, if it ever gets back to their grandfather, he's nuts, their grandfather." Okay, thank you, Miss Gotti. I'm going to get my kid and tell him, hey, this guy, he'll take your father and you'll put you together in the barrel. You go over there, he's like suckers. You hang around with the Jews long enough, you become like the Jews. Listen, Vicky, there's a reason for what I say. But all your husband's got to do on his mind is money, and he ain't going to have no money, and he's going to be in jail. That's what he's going to be doing, you know what I mean? You know, when they say...
You know, Dad, but the whole thing is that going way back to that whole incident with Frankie in kindergarten. I mean, the kids are in a very prestigious prep school. Now you have one or two options. You pull them out, you start again. Why should I make my kids run from anything? Their father went up, created quite a scene, made threats to the teacher, obscene threats. I mean, showed them to be the animal they think he is. When Frankie had that whole thing in kindergarten, showed them, proved to them that he was the animal people said he was. Now, I don't want them to get this. There's no reason. We're not like that. We're not animals.
Yeah, but you're talking about kindergarten. You're not talking about 14-year-old boys.
No, I agree with you. But you're talking about a 10-year-old boy, too.
You know,
what do I... My attitude, my honest... The first instinct, the first that came out, the words that came out of my mouth, I turned to John. I know he's well capable of it. And he'll sit here and tell you himself. I said, why don't you turn around and crack him? Just like that. I was ashamed that I even said it. He said to me, Ma, you know, he said, I was going to do that. He said, but I didn't know how you were going to handle it.
Yeah, but either you got to be proud of who you are and fight for it, or you got to be ashamed of it and do like some other lowlifes did, change their names. In your case, in his case, his name is Agnello. I mean, if you ask this guy next door, what do you think about the Agnellos? You think, who are the Agnellos? So, I mean, you got to look for trouble to find out with his last name. You understand? You should stay off television. You should stay off the book covers. You should use Victoria Agnello, and they won't know who the kids are, and they won't be forced with this problem. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
I don't know what the hell happened.